Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, very pleased to be with you. And the story, Charles, of the Oakland Raiders season, just an incredible one, really, in the East Bay. Folks not expecting much after a 4-12 season in 2018. Fans were coming to terms with saying goodbye. And then a funny thing happened. The Raiders started to win, and they did not stop.
And what a way to go out this would be. I mean, this is like storybook. This is something that you write and you put it on film, and people say, there's no chance that this could happen. Except we're witnessing it right now. Think about the great history of the Raiders in Oakland. John Madden is their head coach. Kenny the Snake Stabler, their Hall of Fame quarterback. The old man himself, Willie Brown. Remember that 75-yard interception return against Minnesota? We can still see Willie running in slow motion. He passed away a few months ago, but he'll never be forgotten in Oakland. The great Raiders of the old supporting this Raiders team now, trying to win another Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, wasn't too long. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Wait, that wide, 80. No, you ain't going nowhere. Regular.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Hey, 66. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, Ozzy.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. From the gun, here's McNabb. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check it. 52. Get the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady caught by Jones. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. First down carry here for Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Now Vic stripped. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And some room to roam now. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less designed runs like that. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, McNabb to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, come on, no. Come on, no. Hey, Alabama.
To throw, it's Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now it's McNabb. He's got his man Sharp complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. On 1st down, it's McNabb, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
From the 29, Brady, complete to Jones. 3 catches for him now in this 1st quarter of the Super Bowl.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Recon, 132.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Easy.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
With the score, Falcons 28, Raiders nothing.
Wait, set. 380. 152. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Alert. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Gold 50.
From the 17, Brady. That is caught by Moss for an Oakland touchdown.
Get him, boy.
From 17 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Falcons. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Falcons push further out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pull it together.
Jackson, reload!
On the run, this is Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. New Mike 52. Mike 52.
Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go!
Watch the second.
Brady. He completes it to Jones. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
50.
Got one. I got one. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Shotgun now for Brady. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80.
Yo. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the lane.
Let's go on. No, 66.
52. Crunch time, defense. Hey, Mike 52.
Hey, wahoo.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That is caught by Moss. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. McNabb. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Here's McNabb. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Charles. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. McNabb to throw. And that will be incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Brady going to throw. Jones has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Brady now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
72.
52, right, 52. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano now to add the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Next to score, Falcons 52, Raiders 21. Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high power.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Brady now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, Alabama. Check this move. Watch the run. Watch the run. 52. Wait for the game.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This complete to Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Brady now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, go 66.
Watch the boot. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You're not ready.
Sugar.
From the gun, Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
52. Alert. 52.
You ain't doing nothing today. All right, here we go.
Brady again here on second and 10. Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
I'm going to run you over. Mike 52. Check the outs. Hey, Mike 52.
On first down, Brady. It'll be caught by Rice. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Wait, that 53.
52 right here. 52. Watch the slant.
Alert.
Check 52's the mic.
Brady now on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
That's another Raiders first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
52's the mic, boys, 52. Watch the run.
Easy.
Throwing now is Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Hey, 66.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders get a score closer. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Hey, check back.
From the shotgun, it's Vick being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now a first down throw, McNabb. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw, McNabb. Got him in, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to take off with it, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, come on. Check, 43. Right here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. McNabb. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
43 is the mic. Here we go, DQ.
Out of the gun, McNabb. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Here's McNabb. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And an alley. Now the ball comes loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's a second down run with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons push further out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, exit.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Go, go.
Pump, motion, 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 motion.
Hey, hey.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Johnson, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Now Vick on 4th down. Caught by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. First down, Vick. Complete to Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
Turns up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Go, 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 go. Go, go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Looking to throw again on second down. Vick, he'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To Johnson again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Goal 50.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I'm scared. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, check, 59. Let's go, D. Check 59, Mike.
Shadow.
Shotgun now for Brady. That is caught by Moss for a Raider touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On first down, it's McNabb. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, it's Sanders, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. McNabb to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. On first and 10, McNabb. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. He don't want it. Kill.
They'll try to run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now it's McNabb. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
52, Mike 52. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Heads, yeah. The field. Let's get off the field.
Vick now. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. They'll get 34 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from the the 20, and the Raiders get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Vick. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
From the gun, here's McNabb. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rip left. 52's the Mike.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Coming to you.
Go Bandit. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Alert.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Another run with Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Sanders hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Wait, set, wide, 80.
Let's go. Hatchet.
Switch, what do you got?
Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2?
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely Do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Now let's see how you can improve your team. All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available in scouting. Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock.